family friendly, truth we bring. In every moment, hear the joy we sing. Voices that lift, shows that shine. Wells Radio, always on time. Wells Radio. Wells Radio.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, top of the morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this great Friday morning on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio, and on your state's number one family radio station. We're broadcasting live from Wells Broadcasting House along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole, Estate Ibadan, the capital of your state. We want to specially thank you again for making it, a point of, commitment. I was going to say duty, but it's not duty, a point of commitment to keep it logged right here. Because, of course, what we stand for to being your preferred wholesome radio for safe and quality, broadcast all the time. And, of course, this is Perspectives Unlimited, the weekend edition where we bring you up to speed with stories making the rounds in Nigeria for the brand new day. And of course, today is the 27th day in the month of March 2026. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. Welcome to the program and good morning to you. There are two sides to Perspectives Unlimited. The first side of the show is where we serve you the top stories making the rounds in the nation, and right after that, we bring you in-depth analysis to help you understand stories happening in Nigeria even much more better than before. But before that, we begin with the front page stories, and right after that, we dive straight into analysis for today. Let's begin with page 8 of the Punch. United Kingdom raises visa citizens fee for Nigerians and others. United Kingdom raises visa citizenship fees for Nigerians, others. You find that on page 8 of the Punch for today. On page 17, Central Bank of Nigeria blacklist top loan defaulters on page 17. On page 3, 2027 Gov Inside Kwara APC Consensus Dilemma. You find it on page 3. Now the major story here on page 2 of the Punch, 32 governors, 8,450 delegates arrive Abuja for APC convention. The rider to the story says, government orders remote work amid gridlock fear. Convention opens as party rebuffs lawsuit claims airlines, hotels, caution. What a season. On page 17, Ali to be crowned Ibadan Oba despite Gov bid. Okay, we'll look at that when we get right into the show. On page 17, blackout cost Nigeria 40 trillion naira yearly, says report. That's on page 17. And on page 7, protests erupt as Venezuelan president appears in New York court again. Let's stay now on the Nigerian Tribune for today, Friday, 27th of March. Court orders arrest of Tamino Turaki, PDP factional chairman, on page 3. And on page 4, effort ongoing to put PDP on the ballot in 2027, says Saraki. Anioma state creation receiving attention, says Akpabio on page 2. Now moving on to page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune, which is on the front page here. Inspector General of Police submits State Police Framework to the Senate. 75-page document focuses on operational, legal, administrative implications. On page 2 of the same daily, the Tribune, Ali, 2 orders to be installed as Obas in Ibadan on the 3rd of April. On page 19, court discharges Stella Odua of 2.5 billion naira fraud. On page 8, street urchins attack Lagos task force, set railway line ablaze. And finally, on the Nigerian Tribune, APC set for convention as 8,453 delegates converge on Abuja today. 2 riders, the first says offices are zoned based on federal character principles. Masari says that, and of course the federal government declares today work free at Federal Secretariat in Abuja. Okay, that's another public holiday for federal workers in Abuja there. And of course on the Vanguard today, oil prices rise to 108 as Iran describes United States plan to end war one-sided. Have appealed bench warrant against Turkey. And of course, a tragedy of Benue forced relocation. Armed miners launch attacks, seize farmland. And also, Southern Ijaw in chaos as alleged rapist of minor dies during flogging. And that's all we can take on the front page segment of the program this morning. Once again, we thank you for joining us, and definitely it will be a smooth ride with us from this moment up until the end of the show at 7:30 this morning. All you need to do to be a part of the conversation, that means to share your thought with us, is to call the studio lines when we put that out there for you to share your perspectives. And also, you can go on our Facebook page to match the audio with the visual. Our Facebook platform provides you with that opportunity to watch us live on Facebook, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page on Facebook, and also to stream us live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.wellsradio893.com. Once again, good morning and welcome.
Coming from me as the Minister of Power, that for this temporary issue that is leading to hardship being experienced, especially during this dry season, where there is so much heat everywhere, where businesses are also being affected, where schools have been affected, where industries have been affected. it is not our wish to find ourselves in this situation, but it's some factors that's actually beyond our control. But we are not relenting. We are working on it 24/7 to make sure that we go back to the trend, to the trajectory of 2025, whereby you praised us, whereby you commended us for a good job well done. And we can imagine if we could provide such service in 2025, this is 2026, this is when we'll be willing to even do more, to even do better as we are close to the election year. So, except that we cannot help it, that's why we find ourselves here. But I can assure you that in the next few weeks, all this will be over. Power generation will improve, transmission will improve, distribution will improve, and that 6,000 megawatts will be achieved before the end of this year, and Nigerians will be better for it. Thank you very much. So before.
No, I'm not running for president in 2020. I do. I will not lie if I say I don't. But after 2023 election, and those of us who remember felt that both candidates could come from any part of the country. If you remember in 2023, haven't Nigerians chosen to elect President Bola Tinubu from the south? I think we felt that, look, it's only fair, let's allow the South, my view, to complete the 8 years. So when the party met last year to discuss what should the party do about zoning of presidential, one of those that supported is that the party should zone presidency to the South in 2027. And to in line with that and to abide to that party decision. Because remember in 2023, the final decision of the party was that the candidates could come from anywhere. But in 2020, this meeting we held said it should come from the South, and I abide by that, and as such ruled out the issue of me wanting to contest in 2020.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. Thank you for joining us again. Perspectives Unlimited is live on Wells Radio 89.3 FM. If you're tuning into this radio dial for the very first time, this is your state's number one family radio station, and we're broadcasting live from Wells Broadcasting House along Alafi Avenue 89, Alafi Avenue, Oluyole State, Ibadan, where we're located and would like to do business with you, and we want you to also do business with us. All you have to do to advertise your product and services is to come straight to our broadcasting station, Wells Radio 89.3 FM here in Oluyole State. Come to the marketing department and let's talk about how we can specially create that structured advertising plan that would not tear your pocket, and of course your business would definitely be known all through the state and beyond. With me in the studio this morning to help us analyze the selected stories we'll be looking at today is Mr. Olale Konsoni. Good morning to you, and how have you been?
Good morning, Chief. I am doing well.
I believe it must have been one of the most stressful weeks for you.
It has been. It really has.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
How about you?
Oh well, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. One day at a time. One day at a time. Thank you so much for asking. All right, let's start our conversation this morning with the apology video that made the rounds on social media, which is like one of the major highlights of happenings in the nation. As a matter of fact, for those who missed that, the Honorable Minister of Power in Nigeria, Chief Adebayo Adelabo, apologized to Nigerians on the epileptic power supply that we must have been experiencing in the past few weeks. And some form of excuse that it's a factor beyond their own control. However, making promises that in weeks to come, that things would definitely improve. So I believe that a lot of people are watching out for the video drop this week. So by next week, we're hoping that things would definitely improve. I'm going to start with this story, though not the major story in Nigeria today, but for our analysts to be able to run that side by side with the apology of the Honorable Minister. Blackouts cost Nigeria 40 trillion naira yearly. Nigeria loses about 40 trillion naira annually to poor electricity supply. The Nigerian Independent System Operator, an agency of the federal government, has said, warning that unreliable power remains one of the biggest constraints to economic growth, industrial productivity, and job creation in the country. The system operator noted that persistent outages continue to impose high costs on businesses and households, many of which are forced to generate their own electricity. According to the organization, reliable electricity remains one of Nigeria's most important economic priorities, stressing that power outages cost Nigeria up to $29 billion annually. And of course, if you go to, initially it used to be in highbrow areas, but if you go to any community today, whether developing or developed, one of the major things that you see, you just find, aside the, new construction of roofing sheets, and as high as they can be, would be some form of solar panels installed everywhere, whether small in numbers as much as 15, 16. There's a building just close by to mine. All of the roof is occupied with solar panels. You can hardly see any of the roofing sheets on the four areas, the four corner. The owner of the house disconnected entirely from the grid because he said it's not worth it. For those who also need, very little services, for either to just turn on the light or to charge their phones, you find one or two solar panels here and there. You find, solar companies coming into Nigeria. There's this popular yellow fan all over the place now. I don't want to mention the name of the brand. The moment you see people carry it, you just know that we're already there. The minister's apology, side by side with what we have on the Punch this morning, that it cost us about 40 trillion naira yearly. And for business owners, you know what that means for you. You are definitely a part of this 40 trillion naira. Where do we put the apology of the Honorable Minister in our heart
In the dustbin.
to make it make sense?
In the dustbin, actually. It is of no value, it is of no effect. I should burst your bubble that it's no longer 2 weeks. I can remember vividly that the minister spoke to us on Monday and he said 2 weeks. Guess what, my dear brother? Yesterday, the chief technical assistant to the minister addressed a media organization yesterday when he granted an interview, and he said 2 weeks. So is it 2 weeks from Monday or 2 weeks from Thursday? Let's look at what they said, actually. They said that the cause of what is happening is actually beyond their control. If something is beyond your control, how then do you say, okay, by this particular point in time, I should be able to surmount it? What they were saying, both the minister and the advisor, what they were saying in the course of the week, as far as I'm concerned, are things that I describe as, exercise of the jaw. They were only talking but not speaking. The truth of the matter is that what is happening is not beyond their control. What is happening is that there is a gap between the supply of gas and the usage of gas. And it's not that they are not supplying gas, it's because of the fact that people who are producing gas in this country are not being paid for the gas they have supplied them already. And they said, we cannot continue to pay you for something we know too well that you are using to make money, and you refuse to pay us our own share of the package. The question should be, where is the money that Nigerians are paying for power? Discos are collecting money. The federal government is collecting money.
Discos, remember, I think that was last week on Ijoko Ajagba with Tokwe Lawale, where, the spokesperson for the IBDC says that they are not even making sufficient money.
What of the one they are making?
They are not making profits in any way.
That is actually.
And so Nigerians are pointing fingers at them. They are just distributing, and they are not even making the money.
They are distributing, but they are the ones we are paying to. If you are saying that your income is not up to 100%, even if it is 80, 70%, what exactly are you doing with that 70 and 80%? Are you transferring the share of TCN to HIT? Is the TCN transferring the share of the GENCOs to? These are the questions we should ask. It's not that, a boogeyman came from somewhere and disrupted the power cables. No. It's that we are not getting enough gas to generate power. If you do not pay the guys who are generating gas, trust me, nothing is going to happen at the end of the day. because there will still not be gas for you to power those plants. If the minister were to be serious, you need to, in all seriousness, what is this of apology when you are still in office? You don't apologize for something that is beyond your capacity. What you do is that you resign. And he said it in that press conference that what is happening right now is beyond his capacity. And you are apologizing for failure. It's like you are reinforcing failure. If you want to apologize, Nigerians, I am leaving this office. When I came on board, I thought it was something I could manage. Now I understand it's something I cannot manage. And for that reason, I am leaving. Please forgive me. You are failing.
Wouldn't that be another conversation? Apology, forgiveness? Will Nigerians also accept that?
No. We are going to accept it because at that particular point in time, we cannot hold him responsible for anything that is happening in that sector because he has already left. But if you are still there and you are apologizing, then your apology is of no effect. If you are still there, the only way you can apologize to Nigerians is to give them what you are supposed to give them, which is power. You are not giving us power. You are failing in doing that, and you are apologizing. What do we do with your apology? Is it your apology that will lighten my house? Of course not. So what I'm saying now is that, my dear brother, for the sake of your heart, do not attach your heart to the 2 weeks promise that this guy said, because there is nothing, absolutely nothing on the ground to justify that something is going to happen between now and then.
And then the next 2 weeks.
And it's going to be worse. I'm sorry. The NNPC told us yesterday that they now have more order for LNG. Qatar can no longer produce, and not that they cannot produce, but they cannot supply the world because the Strait of Hormuz has been shut. And erstwhile customers of Qatar are now flocking to Nigeria because Nigeria has LNG as well and other forms of energy. Trust me. We know where our gas is going right now. Guys who are producing gas in this country have not stopped production. They are just no longer supplying Gencos. They are now exporting. It takes something of presidential weight to correct that anomaly because these guys are not going to hold. In fact, they even pay ahead through letters of credit. Are you with me? So any manufacturer would want to go in the direction of the guys who are willing to pay before they collect the product, instead of the ones that you give the product and you now begin to run after for your money. So it takes government policy to reset that. And for as long as the war in Iran continues and the president is not interested in taking the bull by the horn, in fact, even the dakudaji that we are seeing right now may disappear totally. That's the truth of the matter.
All right. It is close that Nigeria generates approximately 45,000 to 50,000 megawatt of electricity daily here. But the grid only takes 5,000 megawatt, which is about 10% of total generation.
Whoever said that.
This is coming from, I'm trying to get the name of the one who said it. I'll get that for you.
No. That's a lie. The existing infrastructure that Nigeria has today that we're not even taking advantage of cannot generate anything beyond 15,000 megawatts. Are you with me, sir? But the capacity that we can make use of out of that 15 is just around 5,000 megawatts. What I'm saying is that 15,000 megawatts for a country like Nigeria is shameful, no doubt about that. But that is not where to start. Where to start is that we first of all need to invest in infrastructure that will make us take advantage of the entire 15,000 that we have right now. If you want to buy, it's like you want to buy a Rolls Royce and the gate to your house is very narrow. Of what significance is that Rolls Royce? You need to expand your gate, then now bring in your Rolls Royce. If we keep spending money on generation without investing in extracting that power that we have generated, then it's useless. So let's forget about generation for now. Let's focus on how to evacuate the extra 10,000 that keeps wasting every day. Then we now talk about, okay, now that we have maximized what we have on the ground, let's now talk about expansion of our generation capacity and, of course, extraction capacity, evacuation capacity. Yeah, anything short of that is just nonsense.
Do you see the Honorable Minister resigning anytime soon, especially with politics and its grind? Do you think this apology is just a part one of what is to come next?
He has not hidden his intention of contesting for the office of governor of Oyo State. He has actually said that local for your state, And today is the 27th day of March. The president has given him, every one of them, the March 31st deadline that if you... And it's not even the president at this particular point, it's the Electoral Act.
The Electoral Act, yeah.
If you fail to resign on the 31st of March, it means that you are no longer contesting for any office in 2027.
In 2027.
I cannot speak for him. I'm not his advisor. If I were to be his advisor, of course, the situation of power will not be like this in this country. He's not someone I believe in his mental acumen, but it's for him to say what he wants to do. If he wants to contest, fine. Just I will not be voting for him. But if he doesn't want to contest, it's still fine.
All right, there are 4 more days before 31st of March, so let's keep our fingers crossed and see what would eventually become of the office of the Honorable Minister of Power. Will Adebayo Adelabu be resigning, of course, for not for incompetence here, but for political...
well, in all seriousness,
for political
we
reasons.
shouldn't be talking about him resigning or not. He should have been fired a long time ago.
Okay, that's your view.
My view.
All right. Before we take a break, let's quickly talk about the APC convention, which, of course, will be shutting down Abuja today. 32 governors, 850 delegates arrive Abuja for APC convention. President Bola Tinubu and members of his cabinet, as well as 32 state governors and 8,453 delegates from across the country, are expected to participate in the national convention of the APC scheduled for today and Saturday in Abuja. In addition, top party chieftains from the national, zonal, state, and ward levels will also grace the convention, where new leaders of the party will emerge. The co-chairman of Media Subcommittee for the convention and Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, revealed that during the APC World Media briefing held at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja on Thursday, those in attendance include the Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, the Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, Paya Sayim, the Vice Chairman of the Central Committee, the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Public Communications, Chief Sunday Dari, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, and other top party chieftain. It is explained that the convention theme, Unity in Progress, consolidating the renewed hope agenda, captures the party's identity, its journey so far, and future direction. Let's talk about this convention very quickly. 32 governors, 850 delegates to arrive in Abuja for that convention today and tomorrow.
I don't care if it's 1,000 governors. What is ringing in my head right now is that you want to have an event that almost always takes place overnight, and you want to declare a public holiday for that. I mean, it's not making sense. This is a party affair. A party affair.
Not a state affair.
Not a state affair.
So why should I keep
and
people
you
at
are
home?
now shutting down
governance.
You are shutting down the country because of a political party. Now it's like the party is now above the country. That is what I can see here. And nothing defines madness and lack of patriotism better than that. The second part, like I said, is that this event doesn't even happen in the afternoon. All they do during the day is accreditation. You go there, they confirm that okay, you are truly a delegate. You go to wherever you are hanging your head. You come back later in the night for the process proper. Brother, thankfully it's going to be broadcast on TV. You are going to see what I'm saying. The president may not even arrive until 7 o'clock in the night. So why then are you now shutting down Abuja for this? It clearly shows that they don't care about Nigeria. All that matters to them is APC, 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 and APC. It's not the way to run a country. This is an evil idea. In all seriousness, we should be talking about sacking whoever came up with this idea, because the person has told us in clear terms that they don't care about Nigeria. Rather, I only care about the APC. Yeah. But guess what? That person is, a fantastic child in the eyes of the current president, because if you look at the president's way himself, you will realize that, Nigeria is of less priority, if at all any priority to him. It's only about his party. I won't be surprised if the current head of service becomes a minister in the next. I pray not, but should he win for a second term, trust me, the person is going to get elevated, and that is why the country keeps going down and down and down.
Let's take a break. When we come back, right after this break, we take more stories, and of course, we open the phone lines for you to share your thoughts and perspectives with us this morning. Stay with us.
Do you want to eat and stay healthy? Are you looking for healthy, high-quality chickens? Do you desire to start your own poultry farm? SMC Foods is your reliable plug for your healthy chickens. We specialize in the sales of premium and healthy chickens and poultry produce. We offer consultation services for your poultry farm setups. We are located at Oluyole Extension, Olusoji, Ibadan. To place your order or for enquiries, call Modupe on 0813 970 3731. At SMC Foods, we are reliable, tested, and trusted.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour. I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data. Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service. One Data? Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Wells Radio, 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. Thank you for joining us. Perspectives Unlimited on 89.3 FM, Wells Radio, your preferred wholesome radio. Studio lines to join the conversation this morning, 0916-893-1000 or 0915-334-893 and 0911-333-3893. Again, 0916-893-1000, 0915-334-893 and 0911-333-893. Let's talk about, of course, the APC convention going down in Abuja today. The apology of the Honorable Minister of Power to Nigerians. Would like you to also share your thought on that particular story in the news this morning. I'd like us to talk very quickly, still on the APC story, the zoning and possible primary patterns that would come out of all of this as we approach the 2027 election. What do you think would be different out of this convention of the APC? APC convention.
No, it's not a convention. In my opinion, it is a coronation. Because in a convention, you go there to slug it out. You come with your team, I come with my team. Oh, this is what I want to do. This is what you want to do. Everybody now listens to say, okay, I think this is the better guy. Let's vote for this guy. But in this instance, it's just a case of a Basokbi. Someone has been anointed, and in all seriousness, you are bringing almost 10,000. In fact, it's madness upon madness. Like I said, nobody's going to listen to a pep talk, a debate, or anything like that. It's just going to be a case of we're all going to Abuja to endorse who Baba has made, and you are shutting down Abuja. You are closing down ministries all because of that. It's not making sense. The essence of democracy is elections. It is elections that differentiates democracy from other forms of government. I mean, there is monarchy, there is military, there is whatever. It is only under democracy that people come out to vote. And now it's like the APC is afraid of bringing Nigerians out to vote. I mean, I don't understand that. Why must it always be about something? Can't people just wake up one day to say, I want to become this, I want to become that? Then you can, test your prowess before the people. Let the people judge if you have what it takes to lead them or not. We are talking about a whole political party that is in all 36 states plus FCT. And it's a sin for you to say you want to become the chairman of the party, that it's just the person who Baba has obeyed will become the chairman. I mean, it's not making sense. It's a mockery of democracy. It is a mockery of democracy. It shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be like that. And in all seriousness, I am not proud of that party at all. Because they are not setting the right precedents. They are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. Now, will you be surprised should other parties now follow suit? Say this is what you want to do. I mean, you can't blame them, because as the ruling party, all eyes are on you, and if you do not lead well, trust me, there will be consequences, negative consequences for the country.
All right, still to let you know that there's a work from home. The federal government has directed civil servants working within the federal secretariat in Abuja today to work from home.
Let's just hold it there.
Yeah.
How do you work from home when you don't have power?
Well, maybe power will be supplied.
To like they did yesterday. I can tell you there are a lot of government agencies. As of yesterday, I was talking to one yesterday. They didn't have power for the whole day, so the staff had to leave around 2 p.m. After waiting for the audio, I was like,
without power supply.
Now you are now
that means work has also been epileptic in some of the ministries.
It's like it has been like that. I mean, how do you work without power in today's
well, some of the ministries already have solar panels installed.
Solar panel maybe for the purpose of DG.
True though. I mean, in your state here, there are a few commissioners who have solar panels
for their own office, not for the old ministry.
Not for the old ministry.
That's madness. That's right. If you are a leader, you should be the one to enjoy the least of the perks around. Your people should be at the forefront of comfort. Leadership is not about convenience, but we have twisted it to mean that, if I am the leader, I must be the most comfortable in this area, while others can go through hell. and that is why Nigeria is failing. It's usually, as the commissioner, what you do at that particular point is just approval. You approve things, you come up with ideas, but people who are going to implement the ideas are the ones who are actually working. They should be the most comfortable in that organization. But no, that's not the case. It's usually the guy at the top that enjoys the most. And you now think the guys who are working, they are their hand off, will keep doing that when they know that there is no reward, there is no benefit, there is no even office comfort. And the guy who is not doing anything is the one enjoying everything. They play.
Let's come back to your state here. Ali to be crowned Ibadan Oba amid gov bid. The Oyo State government has approved the promotion of a member of the National Assembly representing Oyo South Senatorial District, Sharafaddin Ali, and two other high chiefs, Bolaji Adewoyin and Kola Babalala, to beaded crown wearing Obas in Ibadan land. They are promoted to Ekerin Olubadan, Ekarun Balogun, and Ekarun Olubadan. Following the promotion, the high chiefs will ascend the Oba chief status and attain an elevation rank within the state traditional council. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning. This is Adenke from Muslim.
Good morning, Adenke. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Concerning the Minister for Power, his resignation has been overdue because of his incompetency to perform very well in the power sector. Because in his assumption in office, it's just like our power supply has gone from bad to worse to worst, which is nothing to write home about. So apart from going for his own political ambition, he has to have resigned because he's now apologizing. It's the apology that we want to make. So we need action that not be the emotional, it should be attached to the emotional thing of the thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Adenke, for your perspective this morning. Back to the story about Senator Ali. The Punch had reported that Ali was being considered as a consensus candidate of the APC for the 2027 election. Other aspirants eyeing the governorship seats include, all right, let's take this. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning to you. Ruth from
Yes,
Malakia.
sir. Ruth calling from Malakia.
Right, good morning.
Yes, sir. On Mr. Adelabo apology, with due respect, who exactly is apologizing to? I don't know, maybe it's you, sir, because not to me. No, it's not even to Nigeria, because we are all aware of the failure in the power sector. And since he handled the sector, the power sector has become worse. Because in my own area here, it's over 2 months. We don't even have any power supply.
Oh, wow. 2 months,
so many
you said?
businesses. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Alaska is not far from airport. The airport light is even worse, more than our own here. So this is so bad. So many businesses that rely on the power sector are now struggling. Imagine that. So it's high time you do the needful on time. If you know he can't perform well, why can't he just resign? He can't continue like this now. They should please do the needful on time. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Interesting to hear that while some are complaining of epileptic, say an hour or 20 minutes in 3 days, some are talking about 2 months, and it is well. All right.
As regards Sarafa Ali, the truth of the matter is that it's an open secret that I don't.
Let's take this call very quickly. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good
Hello.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're
Can you hear me?
from? Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ologunero. I'm engineer Akinloye Ajiolu.
Good morning, engineer.
Thank you. On the issue of our power sector, actually, I'm not surprised at the performance of Chief Adelabu because it has been my worry for a long time to know why is it that we appoint a minister who is a banker to head a critical sector like power, and we expect to perform wonders. It's only in Nigeria that I see, and I'm still waiting for an explanation to know why it is so. How will you appoint? What will the government appoint somebody who read agreed to head Ministry of Health? We have doctors in that area. So I think the issue has to do with governance itself. It's only government that can explain to us why they have to appoint a banker to head a sector that it's a power sector. Does it mean in Nigeria we have no engineer that read power at an Ocean University that have first class? He has first class, good, but it's in banking, not in power. So we can't expect it better. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you so much, engineer. Thank you for your thought this morning. All right, let's go back to Ali and, of course, the chieftaincy or the elevation to Oba.
It is an open secret that I don't have much love, or should I, not much regard, let's just say it that way, for traditional office holders, because I do not know exactly what they are doing in today's Nigeria. But that's by the way. I mean, the reasons why I don't rate them is, deeper than that. But the Constitution says that once you take up public office, you need to resign from your previous engagements, and I cannot add a new portfolio to your profile. This guy is roaming up to be the governor of your state. I mean, it's a democracy; he has the right to do that. But currently, he's a senator representing Oyo South. So what exactly is he going to carry on his head? Is it the title of Oba Ali, or the honor of representing the people of Oyo South in the National Assembly? There is most certainly going to be a conflict of interest here. Conflict of interest is certain at this particular point in time. And in all seriousness, if he's going to pick up the position of Oba, I believe, in my personal opinion, guided by the Constitution, that he should resign his current seat as senator representing Oyo South. Then go and become Oba.
Traditional ruler.
Yes. Nobody is going to disturb him for that. But you cannot keep two offices that are totally different. They do not have anything to do together. One will have to keep you in Ibadan. The other will have to keep you in Abuja.
Yeah.
Do you want to split yourself into two honorables? Mr. Senator? I mean, these are the issues.
I mean, let's look at this critically. Just like I mentioned, on the list of those who are possible contestants in the coming election, his name also appear, on that list. So let's just maybe we'll strike that out entirely.
No. Strike what out? That is the ultimate target,
I mean, because you are Oba, a traditional ruler, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's already questionable. How do you be a traditional ruler and be a senator?
Okay.
And possible, imagine your governor being Oba something,
Oba governor.
So that and
we are crazy for titles in this country. I mean, for him, it's like he wants to do what nobody has ever done before. Oba senator, probably Oba governor. The truth of the matter is that if we allow that of senator to slide, we can as well embrace that of governor, because there is no difference about the two. The two of them are they are public offices. If you can be an Oba and still be a senator, you can as well be an Oba and be a governor. What is going to happen is that leadership is going to fail. You are not going to be there for either of those two, because instead of focusing, you can't chase two rats and kill the two rats. You must, forgo the two. That is it. So for me, constitutional lawyers need to come on board. They need to speak on this particular topic. I believe within my mind that if he insists on becoming an Oba, then he needs to resign his membership of the National Assembly. If he wants to remain a senator, then he can keep that office while he forgoes that of Oba. We can't be two at the same time. No.
Let's mention some of the newly elevated chiefs in Ibadan land. That's Olubadan Council. The High Chief Hakeem Bolaji Adewoye Ekerin Olubadan, High Chief Sharafadin Ali Ekarun Balogun, and High Chief Kola Babalola Ekarun Olubadan should be immediately conferred with beaded crowns in order to avoid unnecessary insinuations that the delay is deliberate and political. Well, this event has been scheduled for the 3rd of April at the Makbo Hall here in Ibadan, where that event would happen. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see what would happen. Would Senator Sharafadin Ali remain a senator, for the remaining, we still have about a year, a month possibly to go.
In fact, senators don't even leave on the 9th of May. They leave around June or thereabouts.
So we still have roughly about a year.
And 2 months.
Yeah. What then happened to the people of his, of course, traditional jurisdiction and, of course, the political jurisdiction? Would one have to wait for the other? But, hey, date has been fixed for the 3rd of April. So which is going to wait for what? Moving on to the Vanguard now. 2027. Support for Tinubu ignite fresh rumbles in PDP. As leaders intensify reconciliation effort ahead of Saturday's National Convention, the Kabiru Tamino Turaki-led camp of the PDP yesterday said the party would not back President Tinubu's re-election in 2027. Support for President Tinubu will run on the platform of the APC and is one of the contentious issues tearing the party apart, resulting in the PDP 2 camps that we currently have. While the camp led the Federal Capital Territory in some weekends in support of Tinubu's re-election, the Turaki camp, backed by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, is against it. Good morning to you, and thank you for calling.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, Mr. Salami. Thank you for calling.
My brother, God bless you, sir. Good morning, Sonny.
Morning, sir.
All right, sir. Well done, sir. You see, for me, on the issue of Senator Sarapa Ali, for me, that's why it has always been said that the political office holders, governors especially, should always consider the larger interests of their state, of their people, and prioritize it above personal interest, honestly speaking. For me, believe me sincerely, the crowning of the Olubadan council members has generated so much that I don't want to even go there. I'm an Ibadan indigenous, but we all know the hula baloo that surrounded the entire thing. But now, the resultant effect of such hula baloo is its ugly head now. Because without development, certainly Oyo State will be ripped off of a very right governorship candidate in the place of Central. I'm not conversing for him. I'm not saying it's better, but all I know is that Oyo State will prefer to have him on the ballot than to have available. That's the truth. Yeah. So, but now Governor Jimobi has done his worst. He has left us in that quadron now. So, but for me, I can say that there was no modicum of patriotism in what he did. And that is what is playing out for Oyo State now. Well, good luck to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salami. Thank you for your view. Let's talk strategy very quickly. Mr. Salami just said something here that Oyo people would rather prefer Sharafaddin Ali on the ballot than Adelabu. That's subject to
that's his opinion.
That's subject to different thoughts there. But could this the announcement made and of course 3rd of April fixed that it could that also be a strategy to further
the truth of the matter is that
Sharafaddin Ali off the ballot?
This has nothing to do with
could it be political to the early fixing of data and all of that? Could that also be political?
It might be political, but it's not coming from the side of the state government. The only thing that concerns the state government is who becomes the Olubadan. And that one, for that, the input of the state government is actually very, very limited because in Ibadan,
the structure is already in place.
It's already in place. This is an in-house thing. If there's anybody to hold responsible for good or bad that comes out of this, it is the Olubadan. And it is a thing of common knowledge that the Olubadan and Senator Sarafa Ali they are two very close buddies. In fact, they are like father and son. So I think it's the Olubadan that is actually pushing Sarafa Ali. The Olubadan controls the heads of the president. The president had it in mind to field someone for the office of governor in Ayo State, the Minister of Power. But I understand that the Olubadan is talking to the president to look in the direction of Sarafa Ali. And maybe he's trying to show up his profile by, okay, let's make him an Oba even before the time for election comes so that the clout can be there, the stature can be larger than others. But for me, I think it's going to be counterproductive. They are not thinking straight.
All right. In the coming days, we're going to understand, can we have a governor that is also a sitting Oba? I think that the best man should win. However, we should also know what they stand for. Yeah. Would there be a conflict of interest? Is that even constitutionally accepted?
I don't think it is.
That you be an Oba and also a political office holder by election,
in my opinion,
not by appointment.
Even if it's going to be by appointment, you cannot be an Oba and still. In fact, this is a mockery of our traditional institutions. It is also a mockery of our constitutional institutions. These things are not in any way aligned. They are two distinctly different offices.
Let's talk about the PDP. We're still on that matter. The leadership of the party, backed by Wiki, has said that the party will field the presidential candidate in the 2027 election. We plan to move to primary shortly after its national convention, in line with the Electoral Act. Wiki backing the sitting president. How many governors left in that party? I think about 2 of them.
Let's say 0.
Where do we put Sheyi Makinde?
The reason why I'm saying 0 is that I believe that Bala Mohammed is an APC guy. And for Sheyi Makinde, he has said that come mid-April that you are going to know the new platform that he will be joining. So that tells us that he has taken his body out of the...
And so what is Wiki saying about the party will also be bringing out the presidential
They may put someone who cannot even spell his name as... They may put up someone who cannot even spell his name as a candidate of the party. And a lot of people want to be the president candidate of their party so that they can at least put it in their CV. Was the president, but we know too well that the PDP will not be contesting against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's just the truth of the matter.
Let's take this comment on Facebook and we go. Adeda Mola Okunlola, on the issue of power, electricity, our government should please do everything in their power to see that the sector works, as many people's source for livelihood depends on it. Plus, the price of petroleum is not friendly. If the minister in charge is not capable, then it should be changed. The former IG of police should be changed like the former IG of police. Thank you so much, Ade Kunle-Ojo Christiana and Adewumi Kazimadikas on Facebook. Thank you for dropping your comment.
Tinubu's lackeys within the PDP have actually taken over. I was listening to, what's it called, Bukola Saraki, who I know too well to be in Tinubu's pocket, bring up the silly idea of South versus North. They have started that madness again. They did it in 2023, now they are coming up with it again. In 2023, this guy is a Northerner. He contested to succeed Muhammadu Buhari. He didn't win. Now he is saying that, let's go the way of the South. Why did you contest 2023 if you so much care about the South? What I'm telling the people is that they should not listen to these politicians who will come up to say, it's a turn of a religion, it's a turn of a section of the country. Let us always look out for who can help this country. Let's stop listening to foolish talks like that.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
It is always an honor to be.
And that's all we can take this morning on the program, Perspectives Unlimited. We thank you again for joining us. 8 o'clock, we'll be live to take you through some of the stories again in Yoruba language. And of course, the show is an hour, 30 minutes. And so time would even be, permit you more to share your insight, perspective, and of course, views on nation building in Yoruba language. My name is Ayo. I'll see you on Monday. God bless you.